more here for B-Sides at Outside Lands 2022 with one of the great performers, THUY.
Hello.
Thanks so much for being here.
Absolutely. I was just telling him that he has the best seat in the house. You can see everybody.
We can see everything. Plus, the food is right here too, so I smell everything.
That's right. Oh my God, you
right?
guys. The food here has been incredible.
Oh, you've tried.
So one of the team members, they got me a Senior Sisig, a plate. Delicious.
All Bay Area eateries too.
I love that.
What does this mean? Playing Outside Lands, Golden Gate Park, so much history here, so many icons. SZA just played last night.
I know. Okay, so one, I've never been to a festival. I've been to one, but I don't count it because I wasn't.
Aren't you from the Bay?
I am. One, I haven't been to a big festival like this. Two, I forgot what I was gonna say. Hold on, really quick. I've never performed at a festival. And three, there was another third good reason, but I just completely blanked right now. God, I know. I was like, maybe the wind just like hit me in the face.
You were too scared. You were too scared to bum rush and sneak in.
I was like, it was a good point though, but I'm gonna remember it later down the line and be like, yell it out.
Okay.
But this is really special. Like, I get to be here in the Bay Area. Oh, the third point was I've never been to the Golden Gate Park ever, and I've lived in the Bay Area my whole life, and I've never been here.
How is that possible?
I don't know. I've just never been.
Strict parents?
Yeah, so we live more in the East Bay, so I think it's just like kind of a trek to get out here. So it's like one of those, like, if we're going out here, it's to visit family. My parents were never like outdoorsy people to like go through a park or anything like that. So it's really cool to be back here at Golden Gate Park at my first festival.
Yeah.
And I'm like here with a bunch of legends, and I'm so excited. It should be fun.
I'm sure you've heard about Golden Gate Park though. Like
Absolutely.
Even in high school as an adult in your 20s, you never thought of, hey, let's go hang out and absorb some of the magic and mystique.
Sorry, the wind is going crazy right now. My hair is going crazy. Honestly, no. I started hiking recently, so I'm more of an outdoorsy girl now. But back then, I was like, I'd rather stay inside. Yeah. To be honest. Like, I'm such a homebody. But this is really cool.
I can imagine.
It's so cool to see everybody here from the Bay.
Well, let me just give you a full bullet points, and then you research. During the 60s and 70s, the Flower Power movement, the hippies, Hendrix, Jefferson Airplane, the Who, and then in the 90s, Smashing Pumpkins, Rage Against the Machine, Beastie Boys played the Tibetan Freedom Concert here.
Wow.
And then Outside Lands, Janet Jackson, the Who, SZA, like I said, right? So many great acts.
Man.
And now THUY.
Now me.
Now THUY.
Little me is here, you guys.
Yeah, and you know what? I got to note, you do represent the Bay because of the Asian-American presence in music has become more prominent. You got we got the Linda Lindas from LA, who are a punk band, multiple genres. Griff, who's from the UK, who does pop music, right? So I'm sure that is also in your mind.
Absolutely. I mean, I've heard of all of them, everyone that you've mentioned. And I just think it's so incredible to see more Asian faces doing something like this that wasn't always normal growing up. And I'm such a supporter of each of those artists. Like, I'm like, you know, we don't know each other personally, but I'm rooting for you. And like, I want you to make it big. And you are making it big already. So I hope they feel proud of themselves too, because it's a huge feat to be here, you know?
Yeah, and you guys are now representing for a generation that's going to be watching you on stage.
Totally.
Right? And you grew up stereotypical teenager and watching Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera and shaping your voice. And now that you're older, who are some of the performers or artists that inform your style of music?
Honestly, I am such a huge fan of Kehlani. I love her stage presence. She dances, she sings, she's funny, and I just like look up to her so much, and I think she's such a great performer. Who else? I'm on the spot right now, so I can't think of, but Kehlani would be my first person. I just love everything about her.
Yeah,
she's
fantastic.
Great performer,
Yeah. Now, you've been at this for a little while, I would say, right? And you've been independent throughout it all. And
yes.
I think that's a good thing, especially nowadays where people are getting noticed on TikTok and, you know, forging their own path. What is your impression? What are your thoughts on how people are getting noticed these days versus how you have established yourself? Because I feel like you really grinded, and now there's some people that through an app have gotten
Well,
faster exposure.
Actually, I also gained a lot of exposure through TikTok, especially during the pandemic when I felt like my career was going to like take a halt. So I'm so grateful for apps like that, and I think like there's so many talented people out there, and sometimes they don't have the means to make a noise, you know. But we do have a free app that's allowing so many fans to discover you. So I'm all for it. I love it, you know. Like
Yeah.
I feel like we all have our separate journeys, and like it's just all different. It's just however you go. It's just
Yeah.
different. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
just
You and I have similar face. So I can relate in terms of our parents saying, you know what, is this for you? Shouldn't you do something a little more traditional and so forth? Now that you're performing outside lands, what do your parents think? What does your family think?
oh my gosh, they're so proud of me. They're
Yeah.
coming tonight, and I can see I can just sense the change in my parents. I remember when I was first doing this, I moved to LA, and like you can just sense the worry around them, you know? Like every time they'd come around, they'd be like, how are you? Like, no, really, are you financially stable? Like that's really what they wanted to ask. But now I think they're just so proud of me. Like everything that I'm doing, I think like I don't think they would have ever imagined that I could even be here today. And I'm just so happy to make them proud in another way than how I like growing up thought that like there was only one way to make them proud, which was to either become a doctor or do something like that. And now I get to do this and I'm making them proud. So it's cool. I'm like so proud of myself.
Is your mom going to be right on the stage getting all the Instagram stories and all
You
that?
know, absolutely. And my dad has already said he's going to be Facebook streaming it to everybody back home in Vietnam. So I'm like, don't look at me. Like all my aunties and uncles just like watching me from another country. That's going to be insane.
That's so awesome. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you so much.
And your music is so awesome. You are on the cusp of releasing some new music, I understand, right? You just
Yes.
released Trust, right? With Reedy.
Yes.
So that's out now, but what's coming up for you?
Yes. So we dropped the debut project back in November. Since then, we've been working on the sophomore project, and it's going to come out October. And then we have a new single off the new project coming out this month. So I'm really excited. I'm performing it for the first time here tonight.
Wow.
So I'm nervous, but also I'm so juiced to be able to like perform it and see how people react, you know?
Yeah. I've seen videos of your live sets. I'll be honest, I've never gotten to see you live.
Are you coming?
So I need to see what THUY is all about.
Panhandle stage, 6:20 p.m. I'll see you there.
I'm going to be next to your dad.
Yes.
I'm going to help live stream.
I love it. Please.
Yes. So awesome to meet you.
So nice
and
to meet
thanks
you.
for doing this.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome.
It's a pleasure.
It is
Thank you.
THUY. We're at Outside Lands with B-Sides.